now to answer our questions about AIDS is Liza Manning.
Next to Liza is Joel Adams. Joel went through a similar training program called PEP, Peer Education Program of Los Angeles. He also talks to teens about AIDS.
And now we'd like to introduce to you someone you just met a few moments ago. Please welcome Wesley Cruz. Wesley, it's so great having you here. Why do you think many people are frightened of people who have AIDS?
People are probably frightened of people who have AIDS because they're just afraid of what they don't know about it, and they're confused.
A lot of people really don't know exactly what AIDS is. Could you explain, what AIDS basically is?
AIDS is a disease that attacks your immune system and leaves you so that you regularly get diseases that you don't usually get.
Liza, what are some of the ways you can get AIDS?
You can get the HIV virus through the transfer of blood, through sexual contact, as well as from a mother to her child.
Well, then, what are some of the ways you can't get AIDS?
You can't get AIDS from toilet seats and casual contact, things that you do in your everyday life, like eating with your friends, playing games, whatever.
I know there are teens in our studio audience who have questions they'd like to ask. Mark and Keri are ready with the microphone. Keri, what's the first question?
This is Nathan. Nathan, what's your question?
Are people with AIDS allowed to attend school?
People with AIDS are allowed to attend public school because you can't get AIDS through casual contact. Take Wesley, for example. He goes to public school and he gets along just fine.
Mark, do you have someone with a question?
Yeah, hi, what's your name?
Yeah.
And what's your question?
Wesley, has anyone ever discriminated against you because of your disease?
Well, no, not really. Just one time when the barbershop refused to cut my hair. That was about the only time.
How did that make you feel? Has that happened before? Or?
That made me feel pretty low, actually.
I have a question. Can you explain to our audience the difference of having AIDS and being HIV positive?
HIV positive is a state where you have contracted the virus, the immunodeficiency virus. AIDS is actually a stage of HIV where infections start to overtake the body.
When you're HIV positive and you go into the stage of AIDS, what are some of the physical things that start happening to you?
There are many different diseases that people do contract, and it does always vary with the individual. There are pneumonias and infections that overtake the eyes and the skin, and all different sorts of diseases that most people would not die from, but once the immune system is depressed, it does overtake that person's body and potentially is harmful.
Wesley, what was your immediate response when you were told that you had the AIDS virus?
Well, I didn't really know what it was at the time. It was like 3.5 years ago, and I just saw it on TV, and I wasn't really sure what it was, but when I found out, it kind of scared me.
What are your plans for the future?
I'm planning to be a doctor, a hematologist doctor of the blood, because I think that's because I know a lot about it and everything. My mom's a nurse.
That's so cool. Any questions from the audience?
I don't have a question. Were you ever heard about the fact that nothing that you did got you this disease? It was a transfusion.
No, I don't really get that low, feel down all the time, because I just try to live my life, because I know that they'll find a cure, and I'm just waiting.
Do you have fear of dying yourself?
No, not really, because everybody's gonna die, and it's just only God can tell when you're gonna die.
What advice do you offer to other people who have AIDS?
Probably to go public and tell everybody they have it, and not to let it rumor out. Go to the newspapers and stuff like that.
For all of us who want to know more about AIDS, what do you think we should just go to the library, or do you have anything that you suggest us reading about?
There are many books by some well-known authors about AIDS, as well as there are many community service groups that you can get involved with in all kinds of cities. Go, through the health organizations and your doctor, and they can tell you a lot about it.
Wesley, you're so optimistic and and positive about this whole thing. I think that's wonderful. I was just wondering, who's your most supportive figure in your life?
Probably my family, my parents.
Wesley, now that you're HIV positive, are there any restrictions for activities you can do that you enjoy?
Well, no, I don't ever restrict anything I do.
Do your friends ever feel uncomfortable when they're around you?
I don't think so. They never treat me different, and they don't treat my friends different either.
I have another question over here. How many people have AIDS right now?
I can't tell you the exact numbers, but I do know that the teenage population is growing every day, and it's very important that everyone realizes that, you know, your actions do affect what's going to happen to you further on. And the teenage population is definitely at risk and needs to take note of that.
Do you think we'll ever find a cure for AIDS?
Yeah, there will be a cure for AIDS because they're doing a lot of research right now, and they're finding a lot of new drugs, and it's just a matter of time.
Well, I have a question. What's the best way to prevent AIDS?
The best way to prevent AIDS is not having sex, which is abstinence, and not having use of drugs, such as IV drugs.
Thanks everyone for your questions. Now maybe you guys can answer this in your own way because I'm kind of curious. What's the most important thing you want to let our viewers and our audience here know about AIDS?
Probably they should know that people with AIDS are trying to live a normal life and can't get it from casual contact.
I think it's also important that people realize that they are responsible for their own actions, and the things you do affect yourself and others around you.
That is a really important point. Now it's time to welcome all of you into our Hall of Fame. On behalf of all the members of the Mickey Mouse Club, we present you with these Mickey Awards.
I think it's great that you guys have all taken on the responsibility to educate people about this. I mean, I know I've learned something.
Joel, Liza, Wesley, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. If you or someone you know does something special, write to us at Hall of Fame, Mickey Mouse Club, Disney MGM Studios, P.O. Box 10200, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, 32830. And please be sure to include your name, address, and telephone number.